Okay, so this is the most fascinating item to me. I mean, granted, the hula chair is hard to beat because, I mean, you get to hula. But I know a walking stick, you know a walking stick. You see, there's the thunder. You see people hiking with them, these like just rogue, serious outdoorsmen with the walking poles and it's great, right? But I didn't realize that those could be an exercise device. So these are from Jetti. They're weighted walking poles. They're weighted. Use them as a stability device for hiking and walking, but then they're weighted, so they're helping with strength training. You're definitely leaning into your own mobility. There's a way to use them that actually is full-on exercise and not just leisure. And you're gonna get the bag to store them, 2 little clip-on lights, because if you plan on hiking or walking or exercising at night, obviously this is like a reflector and it keeps you safe. And then the walking poles, they come in either this sky blue or the gray, and you have to choose, and I don't know if we have a quote-unquote size chart, but yes, we do, great. So, because you have to choose either petite, medium, tall, or extra large. So let's throw it up. Okay, perfect. Find your height. So I would be the medium, okay? So hopefully these are medium. And then you just obviously find your height on the screen, men or women, they're totally unisex. And I can't wait to say hi to Joyce Schulman, because she has written a couple books about walking. She is an expert in walking. And Joyce, I am fascinated by how people are employing walking to totally lose weight, change their physique. They're not like doing hardcore routines at the gym. Like, some people you ask and you're like, oh my gosh, you look incredible. Oh yeah, I just started walking. But what is a walking weighted pole?
Glad you asked. So Jetti poles are lightly weighted. They weigh about 1 pound apiece. And what that means is with every step, you are activating your upper body. So we kind of call it the Jetti paradox, in the sense that walking with Jetti poles makes it feel like it's easier to walk, right? Because you're getting that little bit of extra stability and that little bit of propulsion. That's why we call them Jetti, because you get that little jet, and they're light enough that you don't really feel it. But with every step, you are moving about 1 pound of weight. So you are activating your whole upper body, your arms, your shoulders. One of my favorite things is to watch when people head out with Jetti poles and to see how their posture adjusts and they stand up a little bit straighter. And then when you're out and about, you can take a full body workout with you on your walk, because Jetti poles have 2 grips, top and bottom, and then also grips in the middle. So you can grab them in the middle, and then you can use them for different movements as well. Think overhead presses, think flies. And one of my favorites, we call it the breaststroke. You put it right here and
Hold on.
stretch. Yep.
Okay.
Hands right on the top.
Okay. Yep, got it.
Yep. And now do a breaststroke. And you're going to find like your back is opening up. Really push down when you do it, changing direction.
How long have you been, this is a funny question because it's really since like the age of 2, but as a career, as a passion focus, as a vehicle to staying in shape, how long have you been like dedicating yourself to walking?
So really, there are a couple of different answers to that. So professionally, about 5 years, but my personal journey with walking, I always share this story. I was about 16 and I came home from school in a really bad mood. And my dad, who was a coach, took one look at me and he said, take a walk and then we'll talk. And I walked out the front door of my house and I took about a 20-minute walk. And what I remember so vividly is when I came home, my whole mood and perspective has changed. And that was the day that I realized that walking really had the power to impact how I feel and how I walk through my day, no pun intended. And since then, it's been the way I've kept my weight at an appropriate level for me. It's the way I've managed my stress, kind of all the things. And you see, like, you just sort of start walking with them. It's pretty intuitive.
Like, so Okay, before we move to the weighted Jetti poles, let's start here. So we've all seen people with walking poles or walking sticks for hiking. And I never was really sure, like, because it looks cool, but like, is that just to give them something to hold on to? Are those originally intended to create stability? Like, where do walking sticks begin? And then what is in here that weights these? And how best can we use them if we want a full workout like this?
Yep. So Nordic walking, which really is walking with poles, not necessarily hiking poles, actually comes from off-season training for cross-country skiers. So
Oh.
coaches were trying to figure out, okay, how can we activate a full body workout? How can we encourage our athletes to get a little bit more work while they're walking in the off season? And that's how Nordic walking was born, which is very popular in Europe. And we took some inspiration from that. We added these additional grips and added a little bit more weight to the Jetti poles.
What is the technique if there is one? Like, I'm noticing, by the way, light blue, can we just revisit this? You have the sky blue or the gray. These are on your screen, 20 bucks to get home. They come with the light attachments in the storage bag. Sizing. You have to find your height on this chart, whether you're a guy or a girl, and then order accordingly. And if you want the sky blue in the medium, we are last call. If you want the petite, there is none in the sky blue, only the gray. And in the gray, we only have like 60 remaining. So is there a technique? Because I'm not used to walking while holding something, so I find myself not knowing if I should take, for every step, I put a pole for every step, or like, so I can see myself putting too many steps in before I put the poles down.
So the beauty of this is there are no rules, and people have a natural tendency to alternate right foot, left hand. And if you don't overthink it, truly, if you just sort of get out and start walking, your body will fall into a natural rhythm. Now, we do have a couple of different walking styles. You could try double poling.
Okay, what's that?
Move
What's
both
that?
So we'll move both poles at the same time, and then just sort of walk through them.
But keep walking or just walk back and forth?
You can keep walking. I'm just in a small space.
Oh,
Yep.
right, got it.
And then
Okay, got it.
move them both.
How
Yep.
you said these poles are weighted, but it's funny, when
Yep.
I pick them up, they barely feel weighted. So I think that's the illusion of it. How much really
Exactly.
is it?
So they're about a pound a piece.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Okay, and so what else? Okay, so what more? Teach me, wise sage. What else do I do here?
So let's think about using these Jetti poles for stability, because the feet are really carefully designed so that they're super secure, but they pivot really beautifully. So let's think about using these Jetti poles for stability for squats.
Oh, yeah, because those are hard to do.
Hold on to them. So some people are reluctant, right, to get into that squat position, but it's such a functional movement, something that we really need to do our entire lives. And Jetti poles let you take that movement wherever you are and bake that into your movement. And you can do this. Jetti poles are made for walking, but there are so many movements that you can do with them. You can try that as a lunge as well. So
Yeah,
splitting those
lunges
legs,
are
doing
tough
a
for
little
me
bit of a
if I'm not
lunge.
stabilizing. By the way, sky blue and
Exactly.
medium just sold out.
Exactly.
Oh,
You
this
see
is
how much
so much easier
stability
than
you
doing it
have?
on my own.
And you're still using all of those great leg muscles, but you have the stability. So it protects your knees, protects your back.
And then obviously
Ooh,
you said there, I'm a little winded. You said
I know,
that they are.
I am too.
I know. You said that they're each end has one of these like rubber.
Yep.
Yeah. Explain.
Yep. So why don't you put one aside for a moment
Okay.
and hold one at either of those end grips.
Okay.
And now give yourself a stretch overhead.
Oh, it feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, that's good. Joyce, that's good.
We'll just leave you for a moment.
Seriously though, where just since we have this time together, where
Yeah.
are you Skyping in from?
I am on the very east end of Long Island, about 90 miles from New York City.
Oh wow, okay.
All right, now
Uh,
grab that from the middle grip,
mhm.
and you can turn that into a bicep curl.
Now, for people watching that just heard you say each pole is only worth about a pound,
Yep,
is this really doing anything for my muscle? It's like a pound.
100%.
Why?
Because our muscles need to work against resistance. Now, obviously, if you were moving a 20-pound weight, that's a different kind of activation.
Uh-huh,
But
uh-huh, uh-huh.
all of that activation, that lubrication, but you're going to feel it in a couple of minutes, or less than a couple of minutes. You're going to feel it in a bit.
You want a
And the
piece of this,
thing to
everybody? You want a piece of this? Actually, you can see my little bicep.
yeah,
He's a fighter. He's in there. He's like, yeah, no, I got something going on.
the other thing that you discover very quickly is when you are out walking. So if you're taking these with you on a walk, and I unfortunately don't have enough space and I don't have a camera that follows me around, but put those put those Jetti poles in that middle grip
Uh-huh.
and push them overhead while you walk.
Oh.
And I want you to notice how quickly your heart rate starts to go up a little bit. It's unbelievable how quickly our bodies respond when we activate our upper body while we're walking. So now you have these Jetti poles that are giving you more stability while you're walking and also facilitating all of these additional movements.
These are awesome. They really are. This has
Thank
been
you.
such a great show tonight for grabbing like early Christmas gifts, especially for people that, you know, want to get more mobile, want to get a little bit more tone post 50. Obviously, like these are just brilliant because they are literally suited to your height and size. So here's the size chart. Either in the sky blue or in the light gray. You choose on your screen your height, their height, his height, her height. And I should tell you, if you want the gray petite, only 50 remain. If you would like the gray in the medium, we have 100 remaining. Gray in the tall, 40 remain. Gray in the extra tall, last call, we have 10. They're a $20 bill to get home. Joyce, a reminder, who is Jetti the brand name? Who is Jetti?
Yes. Who is Jetti?
Are they? Well,
I
I mean,
am
are they
Jetti.
known in? Are they known in the fitness space?
They are. We're a relatively new company. We've been.
Oh, you're
We
Jetti.
introduced,
You are Jetti.
yeah.
Sorry, Joyce.
It's my brand. My husband and I actually created the brand. We designed the product. It took us a year of research and development, and we worked with personal trainers and physical therapists and industrial designers. It's so funny how it takes a lot of intention and work to create something that's simple and
Would it be
simple to
all right? Could
use
you
and
ever?
really impactful.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you. Could you ever
Yeah.
use one pole? Would you? Is that ill-advised? Like, could you just walk with one pole?
It is
Okay,
ill-advised
fine.
because one of the things that Jetti does for you, as we mentioned, right, is adjust that posture
Yep.
and emphasizes that cross crawl, that oppositional movement that's so important for our brains as well as our bodies and keeping us balanced in that way.
You're
So
awesome.
uh, thank you. Right
You're
back at
welcome.
you. This has been so
if rain
fun.
comes your way, just based on
Yes.
what I'm hearing outside right now, just take cover, Joyce. It's crazy
Yeah.
what's going on outside the studio.
I can hear it from here. It's crazy.
Sorry about that, but listen, have a pleasant, wonderful night, my friend. We have how many ordered here tonight, Blaine? 100 out the door. Check out of your cart. We are getting very limited in both the sky blue and the gray. Guys, it is Tuesday night, and I'm going to see you back here for a 3-hour naughty and nice extravaganza with Rick Domeyer this Friday. Until then, peace be with you.